Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So, Mehira on Pioneer server in Dream Realm has not been in a top team for any Dream Realm boss, including Blightshroom today. And we are in endless difficulty. If you take a look at the top teams, they are in endless difficulty. So this means that Mehira is not at all useful for Dream Realm. Unfortunately, the one boss which I thought she did have the most chance in was Blightshroom, because you can't run the twins and then Mehira can act as a haste buffer. But Frosty has confirmed to me that the top team is not using Mehira. Instead, it's using Velka and Alicet, which is a topic that I discussed in a video before this as well, about Velka dominating with the Supreme Plus skill upgrade in Endless Dream Realm. So this was not on my bingo card, having Velka be meta for Endless with their Supreme Plus skill upgrade and Mehira not meta at all for any Dream Realm content. So, of course, this is the current state of Mehira on the Pioneer server. The content is subject to change by official release. We don't know exactly what the official version of Mehira is going to be. However, she is going to need some massive buffs if she wants to have any relevancy in Dream Realm, because right now she is completely not meta. So she is a complete skip when it comes to Dream Realm content. Not being used in any boss so far, and 5 bosses have been seen: Nocturne Judicator, Sigmund, Mirage Frostbite, Magmazart, and then Blightshroom today. Mehira has not been good in any of them. And in previous videos, I have discussed individually the AFK stage performance and also the PvP performance, and really when it comes to Mehira, even for AFK stages, the top pushers, I have got an opinion from other people, even Dreamer, for example. If you can just take a look at his ranking on the leaderboard, he's also made some videos of his own, but basically he is saying that generally Lucy is just going to be better than Mehira for long-term crowd control in an AFK stage match. Lucy will have more crowd control over the whole duration of the fight, and if you want that instant crowd control, you can get that job done with Iron. Iron has that instant immobilization and grouping, which we've always had for since the beginning of time in AFK journey. So this is the problem with Mehira. Currently, her numbers are too low for every single thing, in my opinion. Her charm duration is too short to make her actually the top option for AFK stages, and same with her bewitching. So where does that leave Mehira? Right now, Mehira is basically a niche hero for PvP. Even in PvP, there are ways of countering her, for example, with Unaffected on your team. However, she definitely does have the most value right now in PvP as a hero. So Mehira is not really needed for AFK stages either. And even the more important thing is, if you're thinking about investing in a hero for AFK stages, Saida is a meta hero for AFK stages. If you don't have Saida, the best investment you can make is Saida. And if you have Saida, you don't need Mehira. You can do the crowd control with other heroes. There are plenty of heroes which fill that role and arguably even fill it better. So that is the thing, the problems about Mehira. For PvP, she is interesting, mainly because of this Bewitch. It's all her Bewitch, this alluring Mirage. Because this is instant at the beginning of the match, it actually really shuts down certain heroes in a way that we don't even know if it is supposed to, if it's intended or not. For example, Bonnie, Citrana, it prevents them from casting. Even Sylvina, it prevents Sylvina from jumping. I think Bonnie does cast after the Mirage wears off, so it's not so devastating for Bonnie. But Sylvina just gets stuck and doesn't cast. Citrana, from what I've heard, does not cast, and then she has to run up to a nearby target until she casts, and then it defeats the purpose because she's not even going to basically spark your ranged allies on your team. So this is so Mehira does actually really hard shut down certain enemy comps, but that is basically going to be it. I mean, in Pandora teams, even though she doesn't bewitch Pandora, and the Pandora still will she does bewitch Pandora, but the hero which is in the box will remain in the Pandora's box and come out 4 seconds into the match. However, then when that hero comes out 4 seconds into the match, they're gonna come out bewitched. So for 2.5 seconds, they can't act, which is also very strange. I don't know if Unaffected or Artifact is going to be able to bypass that. But basically, Mehira is really kind of shutting down certain combos in a way that we don't even know if it's intended or not. And if it is going to remain like this, then I mean, it could be a good offensive tech option. But on defense, Mehira is never going to be that strong, because you know exactly how to counter Mehira. Either you run Unaffected heroes in the back, that are going to be able to resist her alluring mirage, her bewitch at the beginning of the match, or you run heroes which do not mind that alluring mirage as much. Like yeah, so that is basically going to be the thing about this Mehira. Now, if you just want to take a look at some replays, I have replays from players who have been testing against Mehira. Here we have an example. Okay, so we have an enemy team from Milan who is running like a very pay-to-win team, like Mehira, Saida, Dunlinger, Aliseth. This is almost as pay-to-win as it gets. But if you have heroes which can like buy out the 2.5 second duration, which can be done with the Pack Bond spell, is very strong. So you're going to see this. As long as your heroes are able to survive that 2.5 seconds of the Bewitch, then they're going to run in and just have no trouble. And Perseus actually counters this himself because he's going to be unaffected when he has 2 temporary buffs on him. So here you have, for example, the buff from Ravion and the... who is the other one buffing him? There is some other form of buff on him because he is going to get unaffected where all the other heroes are going to be bewitched. Also, Siren is unaffected, as you see here. And then the rest of the team is grouped up, but it doesn't really matter because Perseus is going to run in, he's going to tank, and if the enemy is not able to burst you in those 2.5 second of that, it's a really short duration, honestly, then you're going to bounce back and be fine. So that's basically the way to counter Mehira, is you just have a team that will be able to survive that 2.5 seconds where you're going to be locked down. Or you just run unaffected allies like Perseus with 2 temporary buffs, or like Siren, for example, who are going to be unaffected of their own. And the Pack Bond spell is just really good because it gives a lot of survival to the team, and that makes it really interesting. So basically, the short of it is that Mehira is going to be a skip for the majority of players as she currently stands, having no Dream Realm usage over the 5 days of testing on Pioneer server, and also not really being meta for AFK stages because you already have equal or better crowd controllers like Iron and like Lucy. So it's just really going to be a luxury hero for the higher spenders who want to maybe build her up for PvP, but like not really going to be a high value target, and it's just going to be a skip for most people unless any major changes happen. But currently, this is how her kit stands, and we just have a few more days before the release on VN server, and then global server on the 30th of October is going to be getting Mehira. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about Mehira in the comment section down below. What do you think about her? Honestly, it's like at this point, it's like I do think that she deserves a buff if the developers want to make her meta for some game modes. If they just wanted to make her a PvP niche hero, sort of like, you know, how we have Kulu, sort of, then I mean, it is fine, because she still will have that value, especially on offense, countering certain enemy comps, enemy combos, and there is some value to that. However, she is just basically a whale toy at this point. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's gonna be it for this one. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video in a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.